Now we move to the next presentation. And I would like to call Mr. Louizi. Mr. Louizi is actually technology executive with more than 2 decades working in the IT, leading IT positions. He worked for Oracle and Microsoft, Booz, Hamilton, Accenture, did the German school as well. And now he's founder of 2 companies and also an investor. He has he will share with us his experience, insight about cloud and AI opportunities and challenges. And so thank you. You make it. I know that you were in Germany, then you went to Leap, and from Leap to Abu Dhabi, and from Abu Dhabi to Bahrain, and then back to Tunis. Thank you for making it.
Thank you, Ziad, for the introduction. Thanks to everyone for being here. I hope you are still awake after the very big lunch we had. I'm kind of half awake, so please forgive my mistakes. So couscous was good, but not really good for conferences. So my name is Louizi. I'm Tunisian origin. Grew up here, went to Germany to study, and I've been living in Germany since then, precisely in Düsseldorf. And I'm going to be talking about cloud and AI opportunities and challenges. So all of us here are related in a way or another to cloud technology, to AI technology. And the figures you see on this slide here are very good news for many of us, right? So you see 2025, the growth in spend in data centers and software, mainly driven by AI, by the way. So these growth that you see in data centers are mainly growth related to AI. And then the AI opportunity, some figures on the right side, like huge numbers, right? 1.5 trillion in 2030, that's what the PwC number, and 26% in GDP growth, right? So like these numbers are actually like extremely large numbers, right? Just to tell you the size of the opportunity. Now, this opportunity, I think for those of you, who's in the room here selling cloud infrastructure? Anyone selling cloud data center infrastructure? Okay. So this, who's doing anything related to AI? Who is in AI today here? 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So these numbers, they simply mean that there is a very big opportunity for all of us here. Now, for customers, it means opportunities because they will be more productive. They'll do things they could not do in the past. But it means there are also some challenges that they have to look into that they did not have in the past. First challenge is cost explosion, right? So according to statistics from Gartner and Co., 40%, I think this slide here says 44% even, of licenses in the SaaS world are wasted. In the on-premise world, we had similar situations, but we were more under-licensed than over-licensed. Then you had the Oracle, Microsoft, etc. of the world coming and doing an assessment and charging you more. I was one of these people. I was not doing the assessments, but I worked for these companies, so I know how it works. Now, in the cloud world, we're paying for licenses. We're paying for infrastructure that we don't need, right? So that's a challenge. And then the hyperscalers, they keep increasing prices, especially those in a situation where they can do that. Take Microsoft 365, they keep increasing prices every year. It's another 10% that the IT person or the CIO needs to go and ask for a budget, and you need to explain that. So that's challenge 1. Second challenge is related to security and compliance. So in this new cloud world, sharing documents, collaborating is made really easy, but that comes with huge challenge. Look at some of these numbers. So 20% of organizations suffer attacks due to shadow IT. Who knows what shadow IT here means? I guess everybody in the room, or I hope everybody. No? Okay. So, shadow IT is a term which means essentially the IT that is happening without the CIO or the IT department knowing about it. Example, if you are using Microsoft 365 for collaboration and users think that's not a very good product, they don't like Teams and so on, or you restrict access to these tools, they will find another way to do it. So they will go and use let's say Dropbox or others, right? That is called shadow IT. And a lot of the IT today, or IT spend and IT consumption, is happening without the CIO or the IT department knowing about that, which is very bad from a security perspective. So we need to look into that. Now, other issue we see with many customers is the exposure of sensitive files. So take HR data, for instance, they should not be visible to everybody, right? We see that organizations usually expose that because simply the people are not trained well enough to make use in a safe way, to make use of cloud services in a safe way. Now, we have AI coming in, Copilot and the Microsoft terminology. For others, it's other products. That's going to make the problem even worse, right? Because everything that is exposed, you needed to know how to search for this overexposure in the past. Now you don't need to do it anymore because AI will simply index everything. And if you ask AI, what's the salary of my manager, then AI will answer the question if the HR file is not be protected. And in many cases, it's not protected. There is a very European problem, let's say, also in other parts of the world, important, this ESG problem and carbon footprint, right? So in IT, we are very big polluters, right? We pollute as much or two times as the flight industry. We keep complaining about people who are flying a lot, but we do much worse in IT. And with AI, this problem is going to be compounded. Now, I was talking about the challenges we have with cloud. Looking into AI, things are going to get much worse, right? So look at these numbers. Gen AI will drive cloud expenses 30% higher. For all of us who are providing cloud infrastructure, obviously very good news, right? For customers, not so good news. So we need to find somehow a way so that they spend in a wise way. 72% say spend is unmanageable. They don't know how to manage it, right? Gartner predicts that 40% of AI data breaches will come from cross-border Gen AI. So today, any one of us can become a hacker, by the way. So even for those who wanted to be a hacker and did not have the opportunity to go to learn that, you can become a hacker within a few hours, right? You can create viruses and test different companies. It's becoming so easy with Gen AI. Now, these two problems, they require something we call governance, right? And there are many companies that are looking into this area. The company I'm involved in is one of them. But what governance has to do essentially is simply look into the utilization of cloud and make sure that utilization happens in a safe way, in a cost optimized way. This is a framework that we can use, or we could use others, but it simply tells you all the tasks or all the activities you need to perform so that you have governance done the right way. And governance done the right way means you have to discover your assets, you have to manage them, optimize them, automate them, protect them, govern them, and then enable users to basically make use of technology in a safe way. Looks very simple on this slide. In reality, it's not simple at all. I don't know, is anyone familiar with the term cloud governance here in the room, or AI governance? Okay, so this is a new concept to you. In any case, this has to happen. It's an opportunity for companies like ours that are involved in this space. With AI, the problem is going to be, let's say, accentuated or amplified. And everybody is talking today about AI agents. I don't know if you've seen these quotes from Satya Nadella and the likes, saying that SaaS is dead and SaaS is going to be replaced by AI. So in future, we no longer need to buy software as a service. We just go buy an agent or a number of agents that will replace, for instance, ERP. Now imagine having these hundreds or thousands of agents operating in your IT environment. So you need to watch them, you need to coach them, so keep training them. And these agents will have to call up. We have and anything related to cloud here? Not yet, right? Nothing related to cloud. So he's not okay. He's not involved in cloud yet. Okay, good. So these agents have to be controlled, basically, right? We cannot let them simply do whatever they like. And the cloud community, the AI community, the research community, OpenAI in particular, are looking into that today. So there is a lot of research on how to build governance frameworks for AI. So you have two agents that start talking to each other or collaborating. Okay, in an ideal case, they do nothing wrong. If they do something wrong, how can we control them, right? How can we make sure they don't harm the existing IT environment? if you have a dispute between two AI agents, who do we go to? That's a question we did not have to solve in the past. Today we have to solve it. If you have, I don't know if you've been seeing the news happening during the past weeks. So the international community at political level are trying to put boundaries in AI. So, for instance, should an AI agent be able to start a nuclear war or a nuclear weapon? Are you allowed to do that or not? That's a key question, right? That we have to answer. Today, we can do essentially anything with these Gen AI or AI agents, and in future, it's going to become worse. So I'm giving an extreme scenario, obviously, here, but in the IT space, or if we're looking into a CIO organizations, you don't deal with nuclear wars every day, right? You deal with other problems. Still, you need to worry about what these AI agents are going to do in your infrastructure and how to control them. So I'm involved in a startup called TeamsFox. We created a governance platform for Microsoft 365, essentially. And what we do is help organizations address these problems that I've been mentioning, and meaning basically making the environments more secure, cost efficient, and sustainable. And if you look at capabilities now, to go back to the simple, let's say, software world, so we have like some models that will help our customers get Microsoft 365 under control, which means license management, user engagement, Copilot readiness, governance, security, and clean ID. It looks like this. So we simply provide some dashboards, some insights, and some actions to the IT departments, where we show them, okay, it's hardly readable here, but we tell a CIO, look, you have 150,000 here in this case of overspend that you could address. There are 100 tons of CO2 that you could reduce if you make sure that you do certain things in a different way. And look, you have 27,000 alerts related to security and governance that you need to go and look into. Practically, if we look into more details, these are some of the dashboards. So these are the license dashboards, Copilot readiness dashboards. This answers the question, is the environment ready for AI? And an AI-ready environment has to be one where data is secure and there is ideally no ROT data. ROT is, who knows the concept of ROT here? Probably one. Okay, one in the room knows ROT. ROT is an acronym that simply means redundant, obsolete, and trivial. So all the data that you don't need. And if you look into any cloud tenant today, you'll find 60 to 70% of the data has not been touched for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, right? Now imagine feeding that data into AI. The result is garbage in, garbage out, basically. So you will train your AI on data that you don't need. So important to make sure to get rid or at least reduce the size of this data before going into or launching your AI projects. So this is on the impact. I'll skip this slide. Customers, I'll skip it. I want to talk about another thing. Right now, I would like to talk about the human side of AI and cloud. All this new technology, it has to happen, at least still today, by people. So we need to implement this. Now, I don't know, God knows what will happen in 5 years, whether these AI agents will become super software developers and super administrators and probably super CIOs or CEOs. I don't know. But today we need to do that ourselves, and which means that we need to have the people who have these skills. So we need to upskill the people. And there is a question that everybody is asking today, which is, when will my job be replaced by AI? Okay. Everybody is asking this question in whatever industry. So, sorry? You're asking the same question, okay? Everybody, right? So I think maybe 2 years back we were saying, oh, creative jobs will not be replaced by AI. Creative jobs, artists, for instance. Today, AI is one of the best artists you can get, right? It produces simply very good stuff. Nonetheless, whatever is going to happen with AI, we need now to look into how to upskill our people so they make good use of AI, or so that they collaborate with AI as long as that scenario exists, right? So I'm involved in another startup called Edligo, and what we do essentially there is help organizations become future ready based on skills, or based on skill enablement of skills. And the first question a CEO here in this case needs to ask themselves is my organization ready for the future? Where do I have skills gaps? How can I close these gaps, right? So you see a dashboard here with competencies and competency gaps and how many people needs to be, let's say, trained. And this type of questions, although they're very simple, until 5 years back, I don't think any CEO knew the answer for this question. Go back to maybe this slide here. No, wrong. Sorry, I think I pressed Z. I need help. I want to this back, please. Yeah. Thank you. So look at this number from Deloitte, was it? I think, yeah, Deloitte. Only 3% of executives have the data needed to make sound people decisions. So we know everything about our companies, but we don't know much about our people, especially not much about their skills. You ask any CEO, he will not be knowing the answer. That's why we created this startup. So it helps create this visibility into gaps. It helps to upskill people and do that with what is called zero waste. So ideally, you'd like to do learning, to do upskilling without wasting a lot of money. So the right training for the right person. You can do more than that. And once you have the skills of the people, you understand more their profiles, you can do much better job in organizational design or workforce planning or talent management. I'm not going to bore you with details, but what we need to retain is that if we would like to be ready for this new, nice cloud and AI world, we need to look into the HR dimension, the people dimension, and manage that in a much better way. I think that was my last slide. Thank you very much for listening.